Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Karen Lee, and I am the CEO of Plymouth Housing. And we are so honored here. Okay, Plymouth. We are incredibly honored that Mayor Harrell and First Lady Joanne have chosen our building to unveil Seattle's next biennial budget. This is Blake House. It's named after Blake Nordstrom, and it is Seattle's first affordable high-rise in more than 50 years. It's also a symbol of what can happen when we come together as a community. Although it takes a dream to start a project like this, it takes a partnership with the great city for a dream to come to fruition. Years ago, Plymouth ran a proof campaign that raised millions of dollars, and the city of Seattle stepped up in partnership. In this project, Seattle has provided more than $13 million for capital construction funding and has committed more than $1.4 million annually for staff and operations. Here, we serve the chronically homeless, the people that you walk by on the street, seniors and veterans. We literally live and die by what's in the mayor's budget. In last year's State of the City, Mayor Harrell spoke about wanting to take on the issues of drugs, crime, and housing head-on. Well, his administration is keeping the promise. We've made strides. Plymouth has added 112 units of permanent supportive housing downtown, and 95% of our residents remain stably housed. And that's just since the beginning of this administration. The city has also, and just as important, committed to workforce stabilization funding so that we have the capacity to pay our workers a decent, respectful wage. And I'd like us to clap for that. There is much more to be done, and with the city's support, Plymouth will be here. We have ambitious plans to grow our current portfolio of 19 buildings outside of the downtown core, but it takes a partner. Before I introduce the mayor, I would like to recognize the frontline Blake House staff. They are here on the front lines doing the work, the hard work, every day to end homelessness. They treat our residents with dignity and respect. Remember, our residents have been homeless for over a year, at least, and they have a disability prior to receiving a home here with Plymouth. And our staff treat our residents with dignity and innovative and personal care. We have a staff member here that cooks Sunday breakfasts, cooks lunches for Sunday football. We make sure that our staff get to medical appointments. Our staff provide friendship. Our staff provide support. They encourage safe drug use. They encourage substance use disorder treatment. They encourage family reunification, all the things that can help reintegrate the formerly homeless back into society so that we have safer streets. With proper support from a fabulous partner, we can and we will end homelessness because we have the proof. Next, I have the honor of introducing our mayor, and currently my favorite mayor. To come to the podium. Bruce is Seattle's first Asian American, first biracial, and second black mayor. A Seattle native, Bruce grew up in the red-lined Central District and graduated from Garfield High School. He attended the University of Washington, followed by UW Law School, And for many of us like me who are UW Law grads, called Law Dogs, we have Bruce to thank for mentorship during our early careers. During his 3 terms on City Council, Bruce was a leader on racial equity, public safety reform, and economic and educational opportunity. In 2021, Bruce was elected mayor of Seattle, and he has followed through on his commitment to tackle our most pressing societal concerns head on. He is following through, and he has an amazing administration. Thank you, Mayor, for your leadership. Thank you for the leadership of your administration and the leadership for our city.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Lee, I'm glad I'm your current favorite mayor. Thank you. And good afternoon to everyone. It's really my honor, and I don't say that in a token way, really my honor to share with you our 2024 proposed budget. I want to thank members of the City Council, the City Attorney Ann Davidson. Thank you for being here, our administration's cabinet, members of the press. Thank you to our City Budget Office colleagues and staff across the city who, quite frankly, helped me propose this budget to make it possible. A lot of hard work went into this. And most of all, thank you to our hosts here at Plymouth Housing, the residents here at the Blake House, and the workers, the case management workers, the staff, the leadership like Karen Lee, all who make an incredible difference for our city. Incredible work for the residents every single day. So last year you saw a different approach to our budget. It was marked by collaboration, not conflict. Conversations in conference rooms, not through press conferences. Phone calls, not call-outs. And I'm grateful for that because it was rooted in our commitment, our heartfelt commitment to build one Seattle together. I'm hopeful that this year we can repeat that process. I value and appreciate working with my City Council colleagues. Some have announced they are not seeking re-election this year. Council members Herbold and Sawant and Peterson and Council President Juarez. In my speech, there were some lines that were going to come after that announcement, but I just decided to stay on script here and thank you for your service. But in all seriousness, let's focus on the opportunity to pass one last budget together. And Councilmember Sawant, it's never too late. This year we may be able to get Councilmember Swan on this budget. You never know. We're working hard. But while this budget and all budgets are not perfect, is there really such a thing as a perfect budget? So we were able to pass a 2-year budget for the first time since the pandemic, focusing on critical needs like public safety and homelessness, a renewed commitment to the essential city services that residents deserve, and embracing a back-to-basics philosophy needed to restore Seattle's economy and quality of our life. Now, this is a different city when I took office nearly 2 years ago. It's an even different city than it was 1 year ago. But together we've made a difference on the issues that they can't be fixed overnight. I think all of you understand that. But with a plan and a solid investment strategy, we can show meaningful progress. Our city right now, as I speak, is radiating with hope and a belief that the answers are within our grasp. And even while we must acknowledge some of the most difficult and complex challenges that are facing us, it doesn't erode our hope and our belief in ourselves. Now, on many of these transformational investments, we understand we're just getting started. I believe we must be a learning organization. And what does that mean? We study that which works. We grow from our mistakes that we make. And we apply those lessons to do better, to self-improve as an organization. The budget I am sending to the City Council today builds on the 2024 endorsed budget, recognizing our critical needs and reflects the changes in our economy. You may have heard me say before that we strive to do the best with the hand that we're dealt. the good and the bad. And that's whether it's a pandemic or a homelessness and housing crisis or all-star baseball game or a waterfront brimming with promise, we aim to make the most of what we're faced with. Now, for those of you who like to play cards, if you like to play cards, see me after the speech, by the way. Let's talk after the speech. But you know that when you have a good hand and a plan that's working, you double down. And that's what this budget proposal does. It doubles down on the priorities that matter for the city and invests in a better tomorrow for all of us, all of Seattle. We need to double down on where we're seeing progress, particularly on our approach to the crisis of homelessness. That's why we're here. Plymouth and Bellwether Housing jointly developed the Blake House and the Rise, and these buildings represent the kind of outcomes we're trying to achieve. These projects provide affordable housing for our neighbors and bring people inside who have experienced chronic homelessness and indoors with the support they need to live healthy, fulfilling lives, to self-optimize, feel good about themselves. This building was funded and developed, as mentioned by Karen Lee, by a coalition of supporters, bringing together nonprofits, businesses, the state, philanthropy, over $13 million in city investments through sources that include our 2016 housing levy, along with the Jumpstart payroll expense tax, helping to fund services and operations. Together, these represent the first, as mentioned, the first affordable high-rise apartments in Seattle, the first high-rise in over 50 years. With over 100, and I should do what you did, just ask for applause. Applause on that, please. I didn't realize that works. So on the next one, I'm just going to go like this and just give it to you, okay? With over 100 units of permanent supportive housing for veterans and seniors, as well as nearly 250 units of workforce housing for low-income families and individuals. But it's not the buildings and the brick and mortar that really show the return on our investment. It's the lives, the human beings. We need more Blake houses, more permanent supportive housing with services to help people restore their lives, more affordable homes that allow people and families of all income levels in this city to live and to be part of this fabric as we grow as a city. We are at a delicate place in our homelessness response, a complex issue that requires nuanced solutions. You know, instead of open and shut decision-making, we need to advance actions that open doors for people to come inside and keep them out. Now, some will argue, and you see this and you hear this, some will argue that we should take a zero-tolerance approach. We've seen that strategy play out in tent and shelter bans in cities across the state and in the country, including from our suburban neighbors here in King County. Others will say the right answer is to leave people out in the elements. We all witnessed that approach during the pandemic, when more people suffered in tents, and at the same time our parks and our sidewalks, these areas became unstable and unusable for everybody. The truth is, here in Seattle, we've shown over the last 2 years that we can bring people inside on a path to stability and ensure accessible, vibrant, welcoming public spaces. Now these, I share with you, these are the guiding One Seattle principles. This is an approach that works. It is effective. We've proven that. So since we opened up the data with our homelessness action plan, we have declared a record number of referrals to shelter, resulting in a 43% decrease in tents and a 35% reduction in RV encampments. And we greatly improved, I'm getting ready to go like this, we greatly improved access to our parks, public spaces, and downside sidewalks. Give it up, because that's good work. That's work you've done. That's work you've done. Our proposal ensures that this work will continue, with the Unified Care Team fully funded and neighborhood teams on track to complete their rollout this year. We're working to create a clean, accessible Seattle for everybody. Now, our budget furthers investments in outreach to bring people indoors, along with spending on safe places for people to live, like tiny home villages, RV parking, and enhanced shelter spaces. Our proposed budget contains over $105 million toward these spaces and additional services to help unhoused residents through the King County Regional Homelessness Authority. Now, I've said this before, and I need to make it clear, for a truly effective and comprehensive regional approach to homelessness, the KCRHA must be part of the solution. We are committed to this as a city. And in partnership with the Executive Constantine, we will continue working to strengthen the organization's governance structure, oversight, and accountability systems. An example of our shared commitment to collaboration with the KCRHA, we worked with the authority to identify funding to keep open 300 shelter beds that would have otherwise closed next year because they relied on one-time investments. We know that the ultimate answer to solve homelessness and prevent homelessness is housing. We understand that. Housing that meets the needs of families, low-income people, and those with behavioral health and substance use conditions. So last year, we advanced the largest single-year investment in our city's history to fund affordable housing, and we were proud of that. But today, I'm proposing we go even further with a $334 million investment. I know I made one department head happy at least. A $334 million investment, that's a 32% increase in housing. Now, this work starts with the housing levy we proposed this year, and thank you for the City Council, which, if approved by the voters, will triple the resources of this proven solution, a bold plan that meets the moment during an affordable housing crisis. Historically, for every $1 that the city spends in investments of these kind, an additional $3.50 will come from public and private partners. That's the kind of leverage that we hope to achieve and we will achieve. We're also open to new approaches to affordable housing. That's why we've provided the Social Housing PDA, which was approved by the voters, with $850,000 to support their startup costs as they examine how to apply a new approach as we work together to support an affordable Seattle where everyone is housed. Now, this $334 million investment will go toward creating more buildings like the one we're in, the Blake House. But again, more important than the physical structures are the people inside. And that includes the case managers that Ms. Lee talked about, the workers who connect residents with the personalized care and the services to get well and to thrive. I had the opportunity to meet some of the employees. I actually met people that I grew up with in Seattle here. And I wanted to express my gratitude to all of your employees and to you, Ms. Lee. Human service providers are among the hardest working people in our city. They don't do these jobs for the pay. They do these jobs because they believe in serving their community and they want to give back to those in need. But it doesn't mean that pay isn't important. I have to say that loudly. It doesn't mean that pay isn't important. In fact, last I checked, even compassion people still have to eat, still have bills to pay. So earlier this year, I met with workers and human service providers who told me about the compassionate, tireless work they do, and it was a very fruitful conversation. They told me about the hardship they face because of low pay, which impacts their ability to stay in this kind of work, in this space. They asked us to look at the numbers. We did. They also asked us to look at what the state and the county, what they do as well, this need to increase wages. Quite candidly, we need these workers. We have to be very honest about that. That's why I'm proposing an investment over $25 million to support the workforce for organizations that provide permanent supportive housing. Well, that one came unsolicited. And I'm also proposing a $23 million investment to increase wages of our contracted human service providers. On top of full inflationary increases for these workers, I'm proposing a wage equity investment representing a cumulative 9.5% increase in pay, part of an 18% total increase over the last two budgets. This is not just the right thing to do, it's necessary to deliver sustainable progress. Wages and affordability challenges do not stop at the city limits. That's why we're asking our government partners, the county, the state, and at federal levels, to support these workers as well. Now, this kind of collaboration is more important as we address the fentanyl and synthetic drug crisis that is killing people on the streets as we speak. They're killing them in their homes, across the nation. And while our core charter obligation is public safety, governments at all levels have a responsibility to support the health and well-being of our community. The county's crisis care levy means additional tools to help people with behavioral health challenges. That's on the way. But we cannot and will not sit idly by while people suffer and die from the effects of drugs and substance use disorder. This is why, in addition to our work in partnership with the county and the state and our federal government, I issued an executive order in April directing our departments to implement new and bold solutions on the fentanyl crisis. One example is our contingency management pilot, an evidence-backed, treatment-based approach to addressing addiction. The pilot will launch right here at the Blake House next month, for the first time applying this treatment where people live. We understand we have to meet people where they are. It's also why we're investing $7 million toward capital improvements in treatment centers, including a post-overdose facility to bring people in their moment of need to a place where they can recover and access full services. It's why we're expanding the Seattle Fire Department's Health 99 post-overdose response team, committing $2 million this year from our opioid settlement fund. And toward that effort, supporting this effort, thank you for being here, Chief, to help others improve the health outcomes in an efficient and effective way. It's why we are reinvesting in harm reduction programs that help people prevent overdoses and provide low-barrier medication and treatment to those who seek to overcome their addiction. Our recently passed law to address public consumption of drugs gives us another route to keep people safe. Applied right, that law will not only support safe, welcoming sidewalks and neighborhoods, it will prioritize diversion for drug users, keeping them out of the criminal legal system and putting them on a path to getting well. I want to thank the City Council for the discussions you held publicly. This was tough work, and we have a tool now we can use to help everyone in this city. To make this law effective, it requires investing in diversion programs like LEAD. Our budget includes nearly $17 million toward diversion programs. My proposal, yes. Our proposal also supports the extension of the We Deliver Care program, which, as many of you know, consists of outreach workers who take the time to build trust with people downtown and use that trust to connect them with services. They are the face of our city to restore trust that is often lost. As I shared last week, this means an increased investment in our new public safety department by 29% to $26.5 million. The care department, community-assisted response and engagement. Now that is a tangible step toward a new paradigm in public safety. It continues with three critical functions. It combines them: the 911 center with call takers and dispatchers, the care team, behavioral health responders, and an intensified focus on community violence interventions, the continuum of treatment that we certainly need. Along with the diversion and treatment services, care represents another option to ensure that the right help is delivered in the right situation, a response that may be different from the traditional police and fire alone. So next month, we will launch a groundbreaking dual dispatch pilot, partnering behavioral health care providers, responders, with our police officers to better help people in need. This pilot, fully funded, in this proposal, I'm going to look at the council members, fully funded in this proposal, will provide hard data and practical experiences to inform how we can scale up this approach. Despite the police department's well-known staffing issues, we are seeking improvements in many areas, including statistical decrease in violent crime. Both homicides up. With homicides up, and when SPD is recovering more guns than any previous time in our history, when people continue to feel safe in their neighborhoods in this city, we know we can't be complacent. We become committed more than ever. So my budget maintains needed funding for our police department, including funds for officer recruitment. We're working every day to attract and hire more officers. We're seeing an average of 150 to nearly 200 applications a month. That's the highest rate of applications in over 2 years. Now, yes, we need the right number of police officers, but we also needed police officers who uphold their office and our shared values, who represent the city's diversity, who complete investigations quickly and effectively, and in a culturally competent manner, and above all else, treat everyone with respect and the dignity that they deserve. We cannot have safety without accountability and community trust. Sadly, we have seen that trust fracture through recent events where officers have disrespected or dehumanized our neighbors. Those comments make me incredibly sad and incredibly disappointed. So to our police officers, I join communities across the city in saying, you're better than that. We expect you to be. We demand that you be. Each of you has taken a sacred oath to uphold the core values of our democracy, to acknowledge and uphold the dignity and worth of every person. Yes, your job can be extremely dangerous and traumatic, and it can wear you down to the core. But this role requires you to rise above all else, to rise above it, to serve with honor every day, all the time. Our role is to provide you with the tools, support, and respect you deserve, and we will do that. In policing, community trust is essential. When that trust is violated, we will use the independent, civilian-led accountability system we developed to hold officers accountable. That's why my budget increased investments in our Office of Police Accountability, Office of Inspector General for Public Safety, and Community Police Commission, adding needed positions to help ensure a thorough review of misconduct, complaints, and the swift delivery of accountability. We set high standards for our police service, and we will uphold those standards. Acting on our responsibility to provide equitable public safety services for every community, our budget converts temporary fire department investments in South Seattle and West Seattle, Councilmember Harrell, you paying attention, to ongoing services. The budget adds firefighter positions at stations 26 and 37 to make sure these neighborhoods continue to receive the fire and emergency medical responses they deserve. Plus, I get $1 every time I say there's no one Seattle without West Seattle. Thought I'd at least earn $1 during this speech. We're also advancing innovative solutions to enhance our ability to keep people in neighborhoods safe. So our budget calls for nearly $2 million in investments piloting in a new suite of advanced safety technologies that will help us act faster and do more with limited staffing. This new technology will be used to protect neighborhoods impacted by recurring gun violence. It will collect new evidence to solve crimes and help us advance the unacceptable increase we see in stolen vehicles in Seattle. Our budget embraces a holistic approach to public safety. 3 public safety departments, high standards, strong accountability, victim support services, community-based violence reduction investments, and new technology tools. These approaches will reinforce progress made and accelerate our efforts to create a Seattle where everyone feels safe, supported, and secure. In addition to the challenges of behavioral health and substance abuse, we're also seeing the continued impacts of another kind of disease that harms the safety of all of our residents: bias and hate crimes, particularly those targeting our AAPI communities. Our budget invests in efforts to support immigrant and refugee families who experience disproportionate harm from violence through our Immigrant Safety and Access Network. It also takes a long view of supporting the community, specifically our endangered Chinatown International District, by funding the development of community-centered solutions and supporting programs that counter anti-Asian hate. Now, this kind of bigotry we're seeing is not new. To me, as a Japanese and African American person, it's not new to my family or to this community. Decades ago, my family operated a flourishing flower shop in the International District. And after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, they were incarcerated because of their Japanese ancestry. They didn't do anything wrong, but simply because of their race and this country's lack of understanding. They were forcibly moved and away from their homes, and small businesses removed from their friends and their community. And even after all of this, my family came back to Seattle when the war was over. It was their love for this city, its people, and the purpose that rebuilding that flower shop, the purpose that gave them, the inspiration that it gave them, that brought them back home. My mother's love and dedication and the opportunities in this city allowed me to grow and succeed one generation later. And while my mother didn't live to see me become mayor, her older sister is still watching me and will no doubt give me some feedback on how I can improve, as my mother was prone to do. You see, we as a city, we have a role in creating these opportunities and giving families like mine the tools to advance and grow generational wealth. My African-American family escaped the Jim Crow South and came to this city for the exact same reason: jobs and opportunity. So our budget includes a strong investment in the Future of Seattle agenda endorsed by the City Council. It invests $10 million in our Office of Economic Development for new items to support commercial affordability, business improvement areas, and career pathway development. This is exciting. This is an exciting challenge that we're challenging this country to look at how we're going to do it here. This an additional investment of $3.9 million will go toward our downtown activation plan, a priority for my administration, a necessity for our region, and a chance for us to reimagine what a downtown is and who a downtown is for. These investments will go toward event activation, streetscape management, and support for the small businesses that weave together people, jobs together, the vibrancy in our city center. To close out the summer, we closed down a few streets. We hosted pickleball and youth basketball tournaments that brought thousands of people downtown that sometimes were earlier reluctant to come, and they enjoyed themselves. We need to deliver more of that, and this budget delivers that. Now, finally, we wouldn't be the Emerald City without a budget that reflects our commitment to a healthy climate and a robust tree canopy. For years, Seattle has purchased trees to support our Popular Trees for Neighborhoods program, which gives residents the trees and supports to plants in their own yards and along the streets, and my wife and I participated in that many years ago. This is a phenomenal program. Our budget proposal will expand this program's planning by 30% and support the growth of urban tree canopy cover, especially in high heat neighborhoods, to improve public health, climate resilience, and equity across Seattle. This means more trees to move closer to our 30% canopy goal. Now, much of this University of Washington Huskies' chagrin, this program has for years sourced, and a lot of people don't understand this, they sourced the trees from Oregon. The expansion will also include funding to evaluate next steps on the new One Seattle funding to evaluate next steps on a tree nursery here in Seattle so we can grow our own trees that are native to this region and shade creating. Now, I assure you that this announcement has nothing to do with this big October 14th game where the Huskies play Oregon. So if they're listening, it's not personal, it's just business. But importantly, we recently announced that our approach and commitment to tree equity and a healthy canopy was endorsed through a historic nearly $13 million grant from the Biden-Harris administration and the USDA Forest Services. We will plant trees, advance climate justice, and restore forested places near schools, parks, and low-income housing. Made possible by the Inflation Reduction Act, this investment will be a game changer for our work to create a climate-forward future. We're ready to get planning. We should be known for this kind of commitment. I want to thank many departments involved in helping us secure that kind of funding. While we need trees to provide cooling and capture carbon, we also need to produce less carbon from our buildings, our transportation, modes of transportation, and our built environment. That's why I'm including funding for the bold building performance emission standards that we announced earlier this year, with funding to invest in planning, job training, and implementation. I'm confident that we will come together and ensure that our downtown commercial and our large residential buildings become part of the climate solution, helping meet urgent local and state climate targets. Our budget includes $20.1 million across 3 city departments for much-needed Green New Deal programs and initiatives to support environmental justice. This includes nearly $2 million for the Office of Housing to support residential to oil electric heating conversions, and that's going to be some great work we'll accomplish. This budget and these investments are even more critical now because they are going to inform lessons learned and best practices for next year when the city faces a looming deficit, $250 million between the forecasted revenues and spending needed to continue current levels of service. We will need to make tough choices about our spending and realign our priorities to ensure we are meeting the needs of our residents and providing the quality, essential services we all deserve. But we will do the best we can with the hand we're dealt, as I said earlier. Following the strategy laid out in this budget, doubling down on the things that work and investing in the future we all want to see. I talk to mayors all across the country. They face many of the similar issues, if not the same issues that we face. But I brag about what Seattle has to offer. How a combination of our innovative spirit, how we embrace our future, how we push to a shared goal, how that helps us to recover faster, to do big things, to better serve our growing and diverse population. You see, we are a wonderful city of neighborhoods. Beautiful scenery, great businesses, big and small. But above all else, our greatest resource is our people. Compassionate people, smart people, hardworking people, including our great city employees, our creative and visionary people that serve our city. And despite the challenges we all face, I like our hand. I like Seattle's hand. I'm all in on Seattle's future. I want to say thank you for all of you for doing this work to help me build One Seattle. When we first started, we were dealt a tough hand. And I started in this speech. Our city is filled with hope. Hope because of the values presented in this budget, and because of the heart and commitment that you all are doing your jobs. Thank you very much. One Seattle.